My name is Camry Dillard, and I have created a volunteer campaign called Project Nepal. I will be going over there in October of 2015 with a group of people. I've already been over there once, but knew I would return. And it just so happens that we had this trip planned prior to the earthquakes happening, and once they happened, I knew I would be going over there to volunteer, not just to sightsee again this time. I had a friend going with me already, Sierra Damien, and I asked her if she'd like to stay longer, and she definitely was down. So between her and I and one other woman, we will be staying for a little while longer. Once the group leaves, we'll begin rebuilding homes, clearing rubble, making space for new homes. Heather's going to be going to Kadburi, which is a village in the mountains, and she's going to be pretty much creating a clinic, starting a new clinic there. So we're definitely going to be changing lives in a lot of ways, and what we hope to do is not only be able to provide homes and build these homes for people, but provide them with food and the materials needed to get back on their feet. So we are creating an event August 23rd at the Oriental Theater, and this is a fundraiser, much like this whole thing is, to just get support, to raise money, to get awareness out there so that people know that Nepal still needs help, even though the earthquakes have long passed. They're still experiencing tremors every day. Things are very unstable, and they really do need help rebuilding as soon as possible. So come October, we'll be heading over there, a group of 18 of us. We will be doing little charitable things here and there, handing out supplies, handing out clothes, handing out money. Once the group goes, we'll stay longer, and we will be sponsored by Helping Hands Health and Education Organization, which is a nonprofit founded in Nepal in 1992. The organization itself not only has been already building many homes since the earthquakes happened, but they are very active in providing medical care and assistance to those in need. We just want to be part of that, so they are going to allow us to stay there longer. They'll feed us, they'll shelter us, and we will work every day. What we need though is money and support from those back home who can give us the money needed to buy the materials there that we will use. So homes can only really be built on our money and on our time. So that's what we're going to go over there and do, is give them our money and our time. And in return, we will gain just really good gratification, I think. It's all we're really looking for. So anything you guys can do to help would be much appreciated, and it will go a long, long way.
Hello, my name is Narayan Shrestha, what Camry already told you all. The mission of this organization is to help the people of the world, especially children and women, in the area of medical and also the education. With that mission, we have schools and colleges in Nepal and Nicaragua, and now hospitals in Nepal and Nicaragua. I founded this organization in 1988. Actually, I started this, but the idea came in 1986 when I was climbing up to the mountains, not climbing, hiking up to the mountains with the 14 other Coloradoan friends into the Nepal mountains. At that time I ran into a few injured people, children especially, and when I saw their untimely death, and also one time we could not save the other one, we finally saved with our help. That gave me the inspiration that I should do something for the country, Nepal, in the area of health and education. Immediately I came back to Colorado and started talking with my wife, and whoever comes to our office or a store, actually at the time I had a store only, Old Tibet, and just let me know who they are, and if they are doctors or nurses or who. And eventually we found a couple of people, they are medical, and we started talking, and soon enough we started the program called Helping Hands Health Education to Nepal. First time when we arrived there, 19 doctors and nurses and surgeons, and also 70 pieces of luggage arrived there, and especially in my village, tens of thousands of people came to see us, and only 3,000 we saw in 10 days. 7,000 people had to go back home. That gave me even painful experience that I must continue this work. Then I came back again, and then I started talking with the people that I should open a nonprofit organization. And we did in 1993, actually established as a a 501c3 organization in Colorado. And thus far, we have done Nepal alone, that kind of a program for 175 times. That many camps in different villages, different areas of Nepal, east, west, north, south, everywhere we reached. And more than 2,000 volunteers have been gone through us from United States, Canada, Australia, England, and Czechoslovakia used to be. On April 23rd of this year, I arrived Kathmandu. The days were normal, and everybody was having fun and doing their daily routines work. And I was there to pick up my 5 children from the school to tour them to Japan for 2 weeks. And the day of departure was 29th of April. And on the 25th in the morning, 11:56 a.m., I was sitting in the hotel room in Kathmandu. I'm in lobby, checking into my emails, and earthquake hit in the ground. In Nepal is such that I barely can got out of the building, and this devastation really hurt me so much. And I had planned to go to Japan, and from Japan I had a ticket to come to United States straight from there, sending the children back to the country Nepal. But that plan had changed me, and I went to Japan. After that, I went back to Nepal, and it stayed longer than I needed. And that is not the reason that because of the earthquake can happen anywhere, but the devastation that I had experienced with my eyes, I felt so bad that I could do something, just like 27 years ago when I ran into these couple children. One we could save, other it's died. And that kind of a pain, and because of that, we had to, this Helping Hands Health Education really grown so big. Now, the Kathmandu earthquake, the Nepal's earthquake, it's not because of earthquake I stayed there, because of devastation that I saw with my eyes, and I cried. There are millions of people, and all over the world, they put their eyes into Nepal. And sitting in Nepal, I got phone calls from United States, not only from my wife or my children, but also my friends and the media. They're trying to reach out to me and interview. And that was not the time to answer any questions because I was not in a good situation. That I was trying to find the ways to help them. And then I promised immediately the hotel's employees who lost their family members in entire houses. The 13 staffs had lost their everything, including their family members. And I got so emotional, and I promised them they will get homes in such kind, not permanent buildings, but shelter homes. Immediately I'll build it. And with that promise, and these staff start crying in front of me, and that gave me even more encouragement. And sitting there, I typed a letter to my office in Colorado, and they put it everywhere. And phone calls start coming to my wife in Colorado, Boulder, in Old Tibet store, that where she manages and owns it. And that's the time she tells me that so many hundreds of people came in and giving her money and checks and sympathy and all that kind of things, and asking me about where I am, how I am doing, and all that. And that gave me encouragement even stronger that I could do more. And at the time, I did not realize that there are such things that we can do with a small amount of money. That only money is, you can buy materials, but who is going to build the shelter homes for them? Then we need volunteers. Those volunteers from Nepal, yes, you can get it, but they lost their own houses and they could not go to the other friends' places. But Nepal and Nepalese in Nepal, they are so strong, they are so much of a giving minded people, and because of that, the world is really um, looking after them and trying to help them. Therefore, we, Helping Hands, promise to build 500 shelter homes at the end of this year, and continuously we want to build shelter homes, or we try to find people who they don't have anything, so we reach out to them and we promise our goal to do is 2,000 shelter homes we want to build. So we need volunteers, we need so much of your help. And I heard that right now we are having many fundraisers in many areas, but right now immediately this month there are two of them. One is August 16th in Derry Center for the art, and the other one is in Denver, August 23rd, and the place is Oriental Theater in Denver, and August 23rd. And to help us out to raise funds, please go to these places. And most of all, right now there are volunteer program is organized by Camry Dillard, and GoFundMe is the place you can go and help anytime you want, and you're gonna look for Camry Dillard with that name, and you can help anytime, any amount of money. And that is, I'm gonna tell you right now, with $150 will buy materials for 2 bedrooms, and $300 you can buy 3 bedrooms homes, and with $600 you can buy 3-bedroom homes, but with the concrete floor, and $1,600 you can build a shelter with 3 bedrooms, kitchen, dining room, and toilet. All the buildings I'm talking about, everyone will have the toilet, of course. Without that, we cannot provide them any other better things. That is important. But one important thing is that we can buy these things with the money, but you need to put your hands on to build for them. We can find Nepali volunteers also, but if there are many volunteers who would like to go with Camry Dillard, she's planning to stay longer with her other friends in Nepal, working with Helping Hands. All the organizational work that we are doing, and what she's thinking and she's trying to collect is for Helping Hands, which will go directly with them. And people like you can join us and let us together build these shelters for the Nepali people who desperately need your help and your kind gesture and your compassionate love. Thank you very much.